Hey, good morning. Let's do a little energy work for your abode, your apartment, house, home, wherever you live. Okay, your room. All right. So I'll speak it as though it's my voice, but it's you saying it. Okay. So to the walls, lights, furniture, ceiling, floor. Only your will. No other essences. No other. No obtrusions. No. We just speak total peace. Your will, your nature is the only thing that can go forward in the coagulate energy of your abode. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that will for love, joy, peace, covering, creating the law of its own nature on the very physicality of your abode. Just let that flow like a river. And you look at your walls, at your furniture, just glance at them and say, yes, it is done. It is so. You are anointed, you are anointed, you are anointed, you are anointed. Amen. Okay, now we'll go into the heart. All the energies of all the layers, they come in, speak to them. They come into alignment now. If you've been immersed in the Abrahamic faiths, there's a part of you, I guarantee you, even if you walked away from it 15 years ago, there's a possibility there's still an energy or a soul fragment that can come up to be recognized, to say, where it's been labeled, it's been put down, it's the energy of it might say something like, or you can feel it saying, I am not a good person. And what we want to do is give that part of you an embrace and say, when you cut a piece of cake in half, they're both the same cake. Higher and lower nature, they're the same person. So we're going to speak to the pneuma, the God life in you, and the nephesh, the animal soul. They are the parts of the same God, the same being, the same beingness, celestial and terrestrial, parts of the same working system. And so we thank the path of whether it be New Age Christianity, Scientology, Islam, whatever path you've been on, be grateful for the fortification of spirit that it's given you, the insights and the experiences, the experiences that it's given you, you embrace, but you do put away the energies that cause the defamation of the part of you that felt, the part of you that was sensual, the part of you that looked for justice and you were told to shush because of that. Well, that's ego talking, or that's your trauma talking, or it's a victim mentality, and or maybe in a church one of the ministers abused you and say, hey, you can't say, don't touch God's anointed, or that's the sin of gossip, and so all that is in the past. We're not bringing that forward at all. You dealt with it whatever way you dealt with it. And now is a new day where you're bringing that part of you that was smothered, you're bringing that part of you up to be embraced. And whatever wisdom says, if wisdom says to deal with that situation fresh, do it. But otherwise, as far as this meditation goes, that day is over. We're not going into it as a victim story, but we're going into it to say that part of you that was hushed is just as valid. And it doesn't make anything, you forgave, it doesn't make it okay. But again, for this meditation, we're not going into the people outside of yourself. You're only going into the energies of the soul that were told you can't speak for this or that reason, because that wouldn't be very spiritual. And whatever way you handle it, and you're champion. You are a champion. So now going forward, the higher and lower nature, that's kind of, maybe we need to find a different language for that. The pneuma, the God breath, spirit, wind, breath, angelic, and the nephesh, the animal soul, the psyche, are in tandem from here on out. And as they conjoin, you're going to feel it. So go ahead and feel that conjoin. You embrace your what we call the soul realm, and all of its sensual, the five senses, every taste and experience you've had throughout your life, you're thankful for. You bring it to the forefront to be honored. Bring it to the forefront to be honored. Here it is, to be honored and seen in a great light. Because it is, and I feel that something taking place there. To see it in a greater light, to honor it, that's, for a lot of people, that's only going to be in seed form. For a lot of people, that's new, that's fresh. So it'll be so here's what we say to it. Let that seed fall on good ground, not on stony ground. So remember it in your subconscious. Remember it in your unconscious as it starts to bear fruit. If you were able to just sort of breathe that in, don't intellectualize it, don't figure it out, just breathe it in, what I'm saying here, what Spirit is showing you, what Spirit is illuminating to you, just breathe it in and then forget about it and go on. Because let the seed do what it does. And tomorrow sometime, it'll be like opening a present. Spirit will just show you more about it. Straight from this broadcast here. This transmission. All right, so there's a cool verse in, what is it, Revelation 2, or is it chapter 3? I will anoint your eyes with eye salve. Excuse me, oh man, too much bread earlier. Anoint your eyes with eye salve that you may see. So I want you to picture the oil of God, the oil of divine light on your eyes and causing illumination, causing you to be able to see. Picture that, the salve of healing, the medicine that where there was distorted views of self and others, that you would see this message as clear as possible within your capacity and supernatural capacity. All right, thanks guys.